This video series is brought to you by the ASU Writing Center within the Academic Support Network. Thank you for joining me as we discuss Part 1 of Chicago Citation. This video, our first in the series, will discuss the importance of citations and Chicago. Let's get started. First, let's cover some basics so we can better understand citation and citation styles. A citation is a formal reference to a published or unpublished source that an individual consulted and obtained information from. A citation, both in the text and on a full citation entry list, allows a writer to list details, like the author's name or publication year, that refer back to the original source. The format and details of a citation can depend on the writing assignment, discipline, and professor. You'll notice as we go over Chicago that there are different editions. The Chicago Manual of Style is in its 17th edition as of 2017. Citations are updated periodically for a few reasons. First, technology changes. There have been new printing methods and computers which have led to new editions. Information outlets also change. Citation styles had to figure out how to cite Twitter once it became a reputable source. And finally, some elements become clarified. Previous editions needed rephrasing for confusing instructions. It is worthwhile to note that citation styles don't publish every little change. They publish bulk changes when they have enough for it to be worthwhile to share the new best practices. If a technology or outlet is not covered in the manual, it is best to consult a tutor or your instructor for assistance. We want to share a quick quote about citation practice. Credible citation practice is more than a matter of avoidance of plagiarism. It is an act of building community, collaboratively constructing shared knowledge. Citation practices allow your readers to understand who you are thinking with, which constructs an academic community. You may be wondering why you need to cite your sources. There are several reasons. First, to convey your credibility. In other words, citing helps to communicate your trustworthiness, build a reputation, and maintain your integrity as a writer. Second, to engage in a scholarly community. Your discipline is in constant communication. You are joining the conversation. Do so while honoring others' contributions. Third, to contribute your ideas to the community. As you join in, you are opening your own work to citation. Acknowledge others, knowing that in exchange, others will acknowledge you. Fourth, credit other researchers. Recognize their idea as you expand upon it. You will be bringing multiple perspectives together, so keeping each researcher's concept credited is important. Fifth, to offer your sources to your readers. If a reader wants to look more into a certain source, a citation will allow them to find the original source and read it for themselves. Sixth, to create a formatting consensus among writers. If all writers within the discipline are using the same manual, their readers will know what to expect and how to find what they are looking for within a publication. Seventh, to guide the process of writing. A manual helps provide standards for the entire process of writing and publication. Using this will help with asserting your presence in your community. And eighth, to avoid plagiarism. Most importantly, you will protect your credibility and integrity. Practice crediting those around you in everyday life. All ASU students are bound to the ABOR Student Code of Conduct. Within this code, all forms of academic dishonesty are subject to university response, including expulsion, suspension, etc. One of the most well-known forms of academic dishonesty is plagiarism. Citations are an important way to avoid plagiarizing. Make sure you give credit to a source if you present an idea, definition, statistic, or recommendation that is not your original thought. Cite sources using your instructor's approved citation style. And if your instructor provides more than one, select only one style. A citation style is a series of formulas about how to cite sources which shows readers where your evidence came from. Be sure you have carefully cited sources and follow the citation formulas exactly. This is one way to avoid plagiarism and maintain academic integrity. Additionally, students need to avoid self-plagiarism. This is repurposing your own paper in its entirety. This quote from the American Psychological Association states, "Using the same paper in multiple classes may violate the academic integrity policy or honor code of the university. However, incorporating previous classwork into one's thesis or dissertation and building on one's own existing writing may be permissible. Students who wish to do this should discuss their ideas with their instructor or advisor and follow their university's honor code." Referencing portions of your own paper without citations is a form of self-plagiarism. You can avoid self-plagiarism by speaking with your instructor before using past works as references, and always citing yourself when referring to your past work. Now that we've gone over some general information about citations, let's talk specifically about Chicago style. The Chicago Manual of Style is a guide for writers, now known simply as Chicago Style. Chicago Style specifies guidelines for formatting papers and provides writers with a system for referencing sources. It is most commonly used for citing sources and formatting papers in fields such as history, the social sciences like psychology and sociology, and the humanities. For more information, you can visit the Chicago Manual of Style online website linked here. Additionally, we want to discuss Turabian style. This is another version of Chicago style, and it is available as a book that can be purchased from the Chicago Manual of Style website. It is a student version of Chicago, and it's currently in its 9th edition. It simplifies some elements for younger audiences. These are not the same citation style, so be cautious and understand which citation style your professor would like you to use. These are the references that we used in the creating of this video. And finally, if you have questions about anything we covered in this video, our online study hub is a great place to post questions and get a tutor response. If you would like to continue learning about Chicago style or find a good resource for answering any question you may have, you can visit the Chicago Manual of Style website. There you can find reference examples, sample papers, and guidance for any questions that arise. Thank you for joining us to discuss the importance of citations in Chicago, and we hope to see you in our next segment.